Get your videos with a million views. Make it a look. That's how you get your videos with a million views. Make it a look. That's how you get your videos with a million views. Make it a look. That's how you.
Hello everyone, welcome to another new episode of Openbook podcast.
And if you have not subscribed yet to this channel, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this very interesting podcast that we are going to do.
If you're familiar with TikTok, I believe Kionz.C is not a stranger to you. He was even selected as an official content creator, TikTok guru by TikTok Malaysia. With 15 years of experience in the marketing industry, this has skyrocketed his career in growing his social media platforms. With more than 500,000 followers on TikTok, he has successfully generated 100 million views in 1 year on the platform. This achievement signifies Kionz's ability to produce relevant and engaging content. Let's welcome Kionz!
Hello everybody, it's a pleasure being here at Kanyinbooks studio today. Hi Celine, hello all the audience that is watching.
What builds your followers to what you have today?
I think the main criteria for everybody who wants to go into this industry or build a fame or a brand, whether you're a business or you're an individual, I think the essence to build follower, it's the content itself. By providing good content, frequent enough content to the internet space, people get something from you. That is where people want to follow you and hope for more coming from you. So that exchange your followers.
So you mentioned good content and frequent posting, right?
Yes.
Think what kind of content that attracts your audience, your followers to stick with you?
It doesn't matter what industry you are in, what niche you are in. The most important thing to have in the content is value. What are value that your audience would be able to get by watching you? Whether you're a doctor, engineer, nurse, book writer, whatever it is. I believe out there in the mass public, there are many people that will have interest, and I believe in your particular niche itself, it has a public interest that you can actually share. So coming back to my particular platform and my particular niche, is that because I do education, so I share topics like how do you create better videos, how do you do marketing, how do you actually venture into business. I give business tips as well. So anything to do with marketing, business, and also building your personal brand, these are the things I talk about. So when those type of content is concerned, what I will share is mostly tips, tricks, and also my personal opinion, and also what may work when you apply this kind of knowledge. My audience are built from all these values that they see, oh, when I apply this is what Kionz has shared. Once I apply this, I may get this kind of result. So over the time, and I do it quite frequently, that gains the massive followers. People like to learn how to make money on internet platforms. That is what youngsters likes to do, youngsters like you, right? The generation and the era has changed. These days, I think a lot of youngsters, they like to hide behind the computer or hide behind their phone. Hopefully they don't need to go out and see anyone, and they just make money from there, earn a living. So those are the topics that I think capture a lot of attention. Secondly, I think this one is also, I discovered later, because at the very beginning of my content creation journey, I am very into all this very businessy kind of content, tips and tricks. But then sometimes, up to a certain extent, I feel, wow, so serious my topic. So sometimes I start to do some storytelling. As in like out of random, which is out of my niche, sometimes I will just like explore places that is very special. For example, I did one in Genting the other day, which is I explore a shop which is the price, the groceries that they are selling, the price is way different from even the cheapest in Genting. That shop is so much more cheaper. So this kind of thing is storytelling, it's mass public value, and that gains a lot of traction. Then aside from that is that when I went diving, there is they call it plane wreck. That means there's an aeroplane down the sea. So these are the things that people also hardly, it's not common, right? So then when I explore and I put it on camera and I show to the public, then that's also what attracts a lot of traction.
In this creative industry, authenticity versus trendiness, what are your thoughts?
I think both also very important. So why I say so, because nowadays in short video platforms, trend will be something that people are catching all the time. In order to get that a little bit more of the milestone and exposure, you hop into trend, that will help. But authenticity, if you can add on to your trendiness, that will be great. But if you ask me, which is much more important, I think authenticity comes first, and then you leverage on trends. Nowadays, especially on TikTok, people want to see the real side of content creators. What's happening, what's going on, it's real, unpolished. Because I'm from the TV commercial background, 15 years in this industry, we have done a lot of aesthetic stuff. For your information, if you don't know what aesthetics means, that means the content is very well polished, very beautifully shot with expensive lightings, expensive talents, scripted. So those are the days where we put this kind of content on TV in order to let the brand has this image of very polished.
Perfect.
Yes, but today, seriously, I do really feel that a lot of people, they want to see the real side of you as a content creator, or whether if it's a brand, they want to see what's the fun side of the brand. Storytelling is also one of them. So I do seriously think that today, authenticity beats aesthetics. And you use authenticity plus trendiness, that will be perfect. Great.
Can you give a few examples of creators or TikTok platforms that you see that gives out this real content?
I think most of them. If you say those creators that make it to certain level, 100,000 followers, few 100,000 followers, most of these people, they have strong authenticity. They are just being themselves, being very real, right? Funny, and then they will just hop on trend. Yeah, like for myself also, I don't polish my videos. I just put the camera there, record, edit, and just get rid of a few hours. That's it, and then I post it up. Quick, fast, efficient. We call it low effort, high volume.
Yes.
Back then, it's low volume, very high effort. Yeah, so it's not cost effective back then. Now it's very cost effective. A phone and a microphone.
What strategies do you use to have your videos go viral?
ChatGPT. See, that's a real thing, by the way. If you're saying that these days how AI can help us to make content creation much more effective, AI is really one of the good tools. But back then, 1 year ago, before ChatGPT being announced and introduced, the main element for us to create a viral video is that one is relatability. How audience will be related to your videos, that's one very main concern. Because a lot of people make the mistake that, okay, when I start out a channel, a TikTok channel, a YouTube channel, whatever it is, they'll feel that as long as I am hardworking enough, post a lot of videos, I will go viral and become famous. No, that is not the case, unfortunately. The case is that if you want to go viral, you need to have a formula. And the main criteria is one, is relatability to your audience. It's not about us, what we want to post, but what our audience will expect. We always have to think on our audience shoes. If I were to talk about one topic, let's say I'm going to talk about the flower. If I'm just saying that this flower is beautiful, the pot is made of plastic and it's black color, people may not relate to it. But you say, okay, imagine if this pot of flowers, when it is placed in your house, it enhances the entire mood, and when your guest comes in, right, the feeling is different. And you see, when you relate it to your audience, and once they listen to you and they look at your video, they can imagine things happening to them, then your content is pretty much successful. So of course, there is more of some of the SOPs and also formulas that you need to know, like capturing attention, because today attention span is very short. And for more details, you must buy the book and read.
Talk about relatability.
Yes.
Okay, so that is also how you engage with your audience, right?
Yep.
As a creator, is there any challenges in creation?
Oh, of course, there's a lot of challenges. As a content creator, we are in creative work, and often we are out of ideas. Then when we post one good video and we made it viral, and we come back and think, so that's a new benchmark. What is next? And how to make something which is better or at least equal to the video before. So that is one of the major challenge. But with AI solutions these days, I tell you, it solves a lot of problems. You can easily, once you can't think of ideas, you just try to prompt and ask for ideas. And combining with AI generated ideas plus your own creativity, that actually helps us to go really far.
So this is more like the creation itself. But is there any external challenges? Like right now, internet, there's like so-called internet warriors, keyboard warriors, or any shadow banning, I believe, in TikTok, or overcrowded audience.
Okay, yes, definitely keeping relatability. Okay, a few things there. One is keeping relatability, whether you can stay relevant in the industry for a long time. So I've seen creators or influencers rise and fall. So I personally went through those kind of stages as well. After a while, when you hit certain high peak, you feel that you are slowing down. Maybe your content is not being liked as before. The topics that you are talking about, probably it's already very common. So you have to keep on finding new ideas, all right, in order to keep your audience being relevant to you. That's one thing. Second is, of course, time factor, where you need to organize, especially if you're not a full-time content creator. There's a lot of things that you need to juggle between your family, your work, and also creating content. Creating content, although I recommend low effort, high volume, but still there is time that you need to put in, editing and things like that. Yeah, that's some of the big challenge as well, I would say, juggling within time. Sometimes you have to sacrifice and leave content creation for a couple of days or maybe weeks.
Do you feel stressed? Like you feel like your life is being watched by a lot of people?
But that's a very good question. That depends. People like me, thick face, tak tahu malu, we enjoy attention a lot.
Okay.
So if people who enjoys attention a lot, I think that will not be a major stress for me. Honestly speaking, I do enjoy when I go out, people recognize me. That's me lah, huh? Okay, but some people they don't like. They feel very pressure when they go out, people recognize them. I also believe this, as I sidetrack a bit, I believe a lot of people, when they appear on social media, it's the different self of them. They beautify, all right? They portray a different self. So when they go out, right, they are very stressful because they are so afraid that people in public see them, see the real them. So to me, I am as per what I am in social media. So I think that's very important. So just be yourself, then you're not so stressed. So you go out, people, hi, then you're like, okay, hi. So you're not like, wow, in social media, you are so different in image. Then you come out, you wear short pants. But of course lah, when you appear in social media for quite some time, when you come out also, the image also you have to take care a bit lah. So it's like, I would say it's not a stress, but it is a new commitment. Which is, I go out nowadays, I don't like to wear short pants. Even going out nearby, I like to wear long pants. It's just that I feel it looks... It's not responsibility. I feel that it looks more decent. You look better. But this needs to be not stressing you out. If you feel that I like to wear short pants, I go out, I wear long pants, I damn very stressful, then that will be something will stress you out. But for me, I think keeping an image outside, a decent image, presentable image, for me, it's something that already in me. I don't feel stressed about it. I feel that respecting people that I meet. So okay lah.
Yeah. So what you see on your phone, this is how he is in real life,
yes.
Right?
Also sampat like that. So.
So just now you shared about you on screen and real life is the same. But is there any myth of being a content creator? Content creator actually like this wall.
Got it. I think a lot of people, right? A lot of people feels that being a content creator, influencer especially, they are very rich one. As long as I go and become influencer, I become famous, I become super duper sibei rich. Which is, I think that is a huge myth. I have seen a lot of content creators / influencer that have hundreds of thousands of followers. They are still living quite a tough life. They can't even sell anything, which they can't successfully sell a single thing on their influence. Because normally when we talk about influence, we have 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers. People have the impression that we have good capacity and capability to influence someone to buy things. Hence, brands will come to us and say, okay, can you help us to, shout out, do a brand shout out so that people will trust you and come to our brand. I think that's not really the case, because today, this industry, more and more people comes in, and people who has 100,000 followers and above is very common already. So in order to become an influencer that has influence on social media, and as well as whether you can make money or not, depends on how good your sales skill is and influence people's decision to make purchase. People has a lot of misconception, especially brand. I will see that people, brand owners, they will like to get artists, endorse them, and then after that, hoping that their brands will actually boom. I think a lot of failed cases. So that's one of the biggest myths. Content creators and influencers can be very rich, but also can be very poor. Content creation and influencers is just another new scope of job that has born like after the YouTube era. So it's also like some other professions. Don't misunderstand that being famous means you can become very rich. And also in terms of famous, there is definitions for it. It's not that you have 100,000 followers or even 500,000 followers, you are very famous. I don't think that's the case. Even standing at 500,000 followers, still a lot of people don't know me. So I think there is still room for improvement. Of course, when your fame is huge, you go up to a couple of millions, then you start to see an impact. But you have to work your way up. So today, 100,000 followers is nothing. Honestly speaking, you ask me, 100,000 followers, people will see, okay, people who don't even know you. Yeah, even at 500,000 followers, I'm still as normal as anyone else.
In school, they will write, what is your ambition? I want to be a KOL, I want to be a content creator.
Can, but then make sure you have good education background. This one I want to stress a little bit, because a lot of youngsters these days, they look at this career path as something very glam and for sure can become rich, and then they will opt to not study hard, and they will opt to give up education, which I think is something very, very not wise to do. I think in order to become someone which is influential in the society, you need good education. You need a lot of knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more experience you have, the better you can influence people. That's the true definition of influencer, by the way. It's not about, wow, I got 100,000 followers, I am an influencer. No, it's a wrong concept, honestly speaking, because 100,000 followers, you can buy one. You can actually put money and buy the followers. It doesn't mean anything. But real influence is something where you yourself has the capability, has the experience. People will listen to you. That is something that we want to work towards. Even if you are 10,000 followers and you are influential, that is really good. So that needs education, experience, and a lot of learning.
Okay, so don't stop learning, alright?
Yes.
So this is talk about like they have to equip themselves with knowledge, the right knowledge, and then really work themselves up.
Yep.
So there are creators where they will repurpose videos from other platforms and post it on their social media. So what are your thoughts about that?
I think that's something good, as a good practice, because if you want to be seen, then leverage on all major platforms. For me, I've been brought up and I grow my reputation through TikTok. I focused on the platform for 2 years to build that reputation. But later on, I actually have all my videos that I've posted on TikTok before, it's now posted on IG Reels as well as YouTube Shorts. And from there on, I also gain followings and subscription. So that means I've been seen. Because you may not know, different platform may have different audience. That this platform may not know you. The audience in this platform may not know you. So when you go to this platform, And when you start to actually expose yourself via the content, and the platforms help to do the work, pushing out and make it viral, and that's where you're being known by more people. Yeah, it's a good practice actually.
So it somehow standardizes your whole image.
Yeah, it's something like, I would say, imagine it this way. You are putting yourself to more channels for being known. For example, I am being known in the social media online world. What is the reason why I'm writing a book? The book is for me to now reach to a different side of the world, the reader's side. So people who may not know me on social media, they may know me because they read my book. So I'm just channeling more places in order to get myself being seen.
To you, what is the next big thing in this content creation industry in the next 3 to 5 years?
Artificial intelligence, AI. So I think content creation will go on as it is, because if we look back and talk about history, content creation has been around ever since. If you read my book from the beginning, I've written the history of motion pictures. So that is the introduction. So imagine way back 1940s, 1950s, where motion picture has been introduced until today. Video content is still very relevant. Any individual, or I would say any brands, they will need this kind of entertainment, I would say messaging tools, because videos can actually carry out better messaging. So as far as I'm concerned, this will keep going on. But how it will evolve, AI is a big thing now that helping the industry towards another level. So videos can be created in a short period of time now. You don't need to shoot anymore. You can just prompt. It's going there already. You prompt and then videos are all there, edited for you nicely. So it's good that you have knowledge of what works. Actually, my book is more into human psychology. Why do people watch stuff?
Yes.
And from there on is that why videos can go viral. So in despite however you create it, that doesn't matter. Because once you understand the psychology of human, whether you create it manually or you create it using AI, you will still get that effect. So the next big thing should be AI, and content creation will be much more easier. And you look at the changes from back then till now. Last time content creation is so difficult. Big cameras, big processing, big lights. Today is just phone, and editing also in phone. So next time is just typing, okay, I need this video, then this video come out.
Even doesn't need to be in front of the phone.
Yes, you don't need to shoot.
You use AI a lot as well. Is there something that surprised you the most?
Oh, of course. AI has made my life so easy. Like, I've started using AI for content creation, but it's not so real lah. But still, I can manage to clone myself. So I mean now even I've already when I'm too busy to face the camera and record like this, the AI clone of myself is already there in the website. I just type my script and there you go. That content is out. So it's so easy to replace me to create that content.
Is it dangerous actually?
Oh yeah. Actually, whatever it is, there is always good and bad. So if you don't use AI ethically, I've also seen people clone other people in order to cheat. So that happens to one of our famous content creator, Karo Aming. He has been AI clone, and then the AI clone used to sell wok.
Oh.
Yeah, frying wok, which he doesn't sell frying wok, he just do sambal. So
Yes.
this kind of thing do happen.
Is there a way to identify whether is it fake?
Now, yes. Actually, even I post AI videos, I still can see it's not
Authentic.
as 100% authentic and natural as me, but it's getting there. If you are very aware, tech-savvy people, they can actually differentiate. The only danger is imposed to the elderlies. Probably the one who are not tech-savvy, they are maybe at their 60s,
70s.
50 plus. They are not tech-savvy. They just know how to swipe TikTok and watch. They might get cheat. They might get influenced. If it's not myself who are operating that AI, if someone else operating it, then they'll say, oh, this is Kionz, but that's not from me. There is this kind of risk.
Okay, so sebagai orang Malaysia tapi berbangsa Cina, you boleh cakap bahasa Melayu dengan sangat-sangat lancar. So, apakah kebaikan you ada this special power?
Ini sebenarnya bukan special power, tapi saya nak kata kebaikan tu memang banyak. Tetapi kita jangan pandang kebaikan. Saya rasa sebagai rakyat Malaysia, kita wajib dan harus boleh berbahasa Melayu lah. Tapi kalau nak bertutur tentang kebaikan memang ada banyak. Number one, kita kurangkan banyak perselisihan faham antara kaum. Okay, because ini adalah bahasa official kita kan. Of course, kita janganlah expect bangsa official, which is bangsa Melayu, akan tahu macam mana nak cakap bahasa Mandarin yang bukan bahasa official Malaysia lah. So, kita sebagai rakyat Malaysia sepatutnya kena ada inisiatif ini untuk berbahasa Melayu supaya kita semua boleh hidup aman dan damai. Itu saya rasa satu kebaikan yang paling besar.
Thank you, Kionz, for coming over and having this chit-chat announcement to make, right? So share the great news.
My pleasure, and here is the great news. You guys, keep your eye on this book right here. This is my new launch book that is going to be launched this year, 2024, November the 30th. It is called Viral in Seconds. That's going to be launched nationwide as well as a few other countries across Asia. So that's the good news for Kanyin and myself. Be sure to get one for yourself to go viral in seconds.
See you there.
Good promotion, right?
Good promotion. Okay.